There we go. That way I can look like more prophetically like. Yeah, I won't say it because I'll get canceled off of here. But welcome to the Fresh and Funky Sports motherfucking show. Yesterday we had some technical difficulties. We had a little power outage, so I had to fucking delete the VOD. So um, it was a great night of sports. I have to say. We got to see Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, ladies and gentlemen, he is back in the building. Back in the building for sure. Last night, Baker Mayfield led the Los Angeles Rams to a come from behind victory over those Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders were basically dominating that whole game. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't understand why John Wolford even came out the game, to be honest with you, to start the game. But ever since when they implemented Baker Mayfield, it just seemed like the offense seemed to move the ball a little bit better. I mean, some drives that weren't they didn't really get too many drives, some turnovers, obviously Cam Akers fumbling. And the Raiders once again had a lead in a game and let it slip away in the fourth quarter. And I mean honestly that has been the Raiders season this year. They've had leads of 17 or more in I would say what now? 4 or 5 games now, 6 maybe? And they lost. Now, my question is this more of a coaching thing or is this a players thing? I mean, I understand that Josh McDaniels is it's his first year, but obviously Derek Carr's been there for a while. Josh Jacobs been there for a while. Obviously Devontae Adams just got there. Chandler Jones just got there. Max Crosby's been there for a while. You got Darren Waller's been there for a while, but he's been fucking too hurt. Obviously, Hunter Renfro's been there for a while, but he's been hurt this season. So, is it just these guys they just can't finish games? Bad coaching? A bad owner? I mean, obviously Al Davis, we've seen what Al Davis has done with the Raiders, but Al Davis had success. His son Mark, on the other hand, is kind of finding himself in a not so good position here. You know, you move the team to Vegas. Yeah, John Gruden last year, and then all the fallout from that. Henry Ruggs, the other cornerback guy that got fucking DUI. I mean, I don't know. And even with that debacle, they brought in an interim coach last year and made the playoffs and should have beat the Bengals, but they didn't. And then you get rid of this interim coach. You bring Josh McDaniels in. He brings Chandler Jones. He starts bringing a bunch of these other guys that come in, right? But like I said, I want to compare this to Mike Zimmer of the Minnesota Vikings last year. We had leads in those games, and we lost so many fucking close games because we could not close it out. And last night, I don't know, that Raiders defense was howling, but on the final drive, they just looked like they were out of gas. And Baker Mayfield threw a nice deep touchdown to Van Jefferson, who was making his best. No Cooper Kupp, no Allen Robinson. Obviously Tutu Atwell playing really well, Brandon Powell playing really well in offense, but those are household names that nobody really knows about. But yeah, I mean, it definitely. I had the over. I'm gonna say I was sadly mistaken that it didn't go over. It ended up at 33 points. So, and one side I picked the Rams plus the 6.5, and another bet I put the Raiders to win by 6.5, which they would have done, hence had they took care of business. Um, Then, college basketball, there wasn't very many games on to really speak of, but I mean, Rutgers played Ohio State fairly close and fairly well. NBA, there was, a couple games here and there, but yeah, today we have a lot to talk about here as far as NBA. We got NBA, NHL, we got men's and women's basketball, NCAA collegiate, and we'll try to talk some fantasy sports if anybody's interested, or we'll kind of break down some matchups. Obviously, we'll see what we did. Obviously, I had Derek Carr on one of my teams. I rolled them out. I had Devontae Adams, and I had Tyler Higbee. And I think maybe one of the teams, I think I might have picked up the Rams kicker Matt Gay, but we'll double check that once we get there. But before we do that, we're gonna get into our bets that we had from yesterday, and we'll start with the last bet we put in. Last bet yesterday, I ended up getting some free play, and so we went ahead and just put together a little parlay. We took the Raiders minus the 6.5. We know that was an L. We had the Clippers on the money line plus 200. They took an L. We had the Rockets to win by a point. They got smacked up by San Antonio. We had the Portland Trail Blazers on the money line. They lost by a point last night. Jamal Murray, ladies and gentlemen. We had Jamal Murray on our player prop last night to have over 4 assists. He had 8. We had also Dame to have over 24 points. He had 40. But his points, I mean, he had a hell of a performance, and to say the least. But then, Jamal Murray just, boom, stuck that dagger in there at the last minute, hitting that dagger 3 to seal the game. Iowa State, they got beat down by their in-state rival Iowa. We had the St. Thomas Tomies take an L. And the only two to cash on our parlays was the ladies of Maryland and the ladies of St. John's. That was the only two to cash on this parlay. So that was a bad bust. Then we go to this other one where we took the NHL, NBA, NFL, and men's college hoops. We had the Nashville Predators on the money line. That was an L. They got beat down. We had the St. Louis Blues at home. We thought the Blues, well, they were singing the fucking blues. They got beat pretty bad by the Winnipeg Jets, and the Winnipeg Jets are playing the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Does it happen again? I don't know. We had the Rams plus 6.5. That was a dub. We had the over 230 points in the Rockets and Spurs. That was an L. We had the over 136.5 between Rutgers and Ohio State. Had that gone to overtime, it definitely would have cashed. We had Michigan men's team to win by 5, and they sure covered that. Was a dub. We had the Miami Heat on the money line minus 235. That was a dub. We had the over 227 total points between the Nuggets and the Blazers. That was a W. So in this bet, we went 4-4. We won 4, we lost 4, and last but not least here, we had our first parlay we put in. We had the over 42 points between the Raiders and Rams. That was a L. We had UMass Lowell. They won. They beat UMass. The Battle of Mass, I should say. So they took care of business. Got the W. Marshall, the Thundering Herd, they took care of business last night against Duquesne the Anus. Colorado State had them on the money line. They got beat down by the Colorado Buffaloes, welcoming Deion Sanders at the game last night. We had St. Thomas here. We had the St. Thomas, basically St. Thomas, Minnesota. We had them on the money line. They took a hard L. We had the under 212.5 between the Clippers and the Heat. Well, that surely went over. We had the Nuggets -1 on the spread. They won by 1. That was a cover. That was a cover and a cash. And we had the San Antonio Spurs money line -105 was a cash. So we went 4-4 on this parlay. So yeah, so we definitely got to get it done today here. I've been saying this for probably the longest as I've been streaming here, that I've been trying to get a parlay win, and I need to, and I'm not saying I'm in the desperate stages of it, but I mean I would love to get a parlay win. My sister is doing her damn thing out here. I mean, she came close the last 2 nights to cashing again, so that would have been. I mean, I can only imagine if she would have cashed. So. All right, we actually already made a college bet here, so we will run that down. We will run that down when we get to that here. We obviously got a lot to discuss here. We had some World Cup action here today. World Cup, ladies and gentlemen, here. And a big upset here. The big upset most people did not see coming. We had Croatia winning in penalty kicks here. Winning in penalty kicks against Brasilia. So Croatia won 4-2 on the penalty kicks. They were tied 1-1. And then we had the Netherlands here. The Netherlands and Argentina were tied at 2-2. They go to penalty kicks. Argentina wins 4-3 against the Netherlands. So you know, so we are definitely seeing these games getting tighter and closer, and so. And we got tomorrow, we got Morocco and we got Portugal here. But tonight we got some NBA. Let's talk about the NBA right now here. We're going to the NBA. We got a full dance card for uh, NBA. I thought I put NBA, but apparently it's telling me I picked NHL. But all right, let's see. We got the New York Knicks taking on the Charlotte Hornets here. The horny boys, as I like to call them. Don't be just. I ain't trying to say anything bad about anybody that of of the LGBTQ rainbow coalition. I'm just saying, the Charlotte Hornets. Don't let them horny boys sting you, all right? But the New York Knicks coming in here off a big win against the Hawks. Let's see if they can go on the road here and beat the Hornets here tonight. We have the Washington Wizards taking on the Indiana Pacers. Pacers have been the team that we don't really like right now. I mean, they've been kind of not so nice to us when we needed it to be, and could have cashed in another parlay for my sister and myself. I picked the Pacers myself as well. I thought but they're coming back home. Maybe they get some hometown cooking, but I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. Wizards were without Bradley Beal. We'll have to see if that's the case tonight. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'd be fading the Wizards here, but we'll see. I mean, not the Wizards. We see. We definitely want to fade the Pacers. And we have the Raptors taking on the Orlando Magic. So Magic are 6-20 on the season, 5-9 at home. So they're competitive at home, obviously. Obviously on the road, the Magic are very, 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 very not so good. The Raptors are 3-9 away from home as well, so they're kind of. It's who wants to win. The Raptors are 13-12 though. Definitely going to be a competitive game. I definitely can see the points here. I definitely see both teams could, so we'll definitely see what we take tonight. We have the Atlanta Hawks on the road. They lost pretty bad against the Knicks. They're playing the Nets tonight here. Nets are 14-12. Hawks are 13-12. Hawks are 5-7 on the road. Nets are 9-5 at home. So then we got the 13-10 Kings again. They are 5-6 on the road against the 16-9, 11-1 Cavaliers. Cavaliers have basically dominated at home. So it shouldn't be any different tonight here. But the Kings are a feisty bunch, so can't count them out. They definitely tried to hold their own against Milwaukee, but it wasn't enough. We'll see tonight here. Cavaliers obviously had a big win against LeBron James and the Lakers. So we'll see if that momentum continues to keep their home streak alive. Then, speaking of those Lakers, they are visiting the Philadelphia 76ers tonight in the city of brotherly love. Definitely like this game. Obviously, Anthony Davis, LeBron. You got Joel Embiid versus, James Harden. Obviously, this is a matchup we've been wanting to see here. All the stars here are healthy right now, so going to be a competitive game nonetheless. The Detroit Pistons are playing the Memphis Grizzlies tonight in Memphis, Tennessee. Pistons have started to play some better basketball. They're 7-20, 3-12 on the road. Grizzlies are 16-9, 10-2, and the Grizzlies put a beat down to those Thunder. Well, the Thunder buddies usually cover, and I was on the side of them covering, but they the Grizzlies, man, with John Morant back, they seem like they're back to being that team that, hey man, it ain't gonna be close games and you're gonna be beating us or whatever. So we have the Phoenix Suns and the New Orleans Pelicans. Obviously, Suns are 16-9 as well, 4-6 away. Pelicans are 16-8 here, 10-3 at home. So gonna be a great matchup here, obviously, between both teams here. Suns have been struggling as of late here. So can they get out of the funk here tonight in New Orleans, or can the Pelicans continue on here and try to build upon what they getting in the playoffs last year and surprising everybody not with Zion, and now this year building up that momentum. So we'll see. We'll see. We have the Timberwolves and the Utah Jazz. Battle of two, obviously up and coming teams here. Obviously the Jazz have no Colin Sexton here, groin injury. So obviously Jordan Clarkson and some other guys are going to be running the point in a two-guard spot here. And obviously Laura Markkanen, he might not be playing this game, so I don't know here. Karl Anthony Towns, we'll have to see if he's going to be available. But yeah. And Rudy Gobert, wouldn't this be revenge? All right, so then we got the Milwaukee Bucks and we have the Mavericks. It is a Giannis versus Luka matchup here. Definitely love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, here, let's go to NCAA action here. Let's run it down pretty quickly so we can give ourselves a chance to basically. All right, let's look at the scores here. Alrighty. Well, the only game we have early at 3 o'clock here is the Stony Brook Sea Wolves, 2-6, 0-4 in their conference, taking on a conference foe in Bryant. Bryant is 6-3, 2-1 at home. Bryant is definitely favorite to win tonight. Merrimack 1-10 on the season. They're playing New England, so they should probably come home and get a victory tonight. We got Binghamton and Fordham. Fordham 9-1 here. They have not lost on their home floor in Brooklyn. So in the Bronx, baby, at Rose Hill Gymnasium here. It definitely probably will be rocking there. Definitely Binghamton 1-2. Obviously 3-6 on the season. We got Farley Dickinson here, 4-6, 1-5 on the road. Taking on 4-8, 4-2 Columbia Lions in New York, New York. Then we have the Dartmouth Big Green, 4-6. They're 1-2. Take on the 0-9 Central Connecticut Blue Demons here. They are 0-9 overall, 0-3 at home. So we will see here tonight. So we will see what's going to happen there. We got Queens University versus High Point. So, yeah. And we have Grambling taking on Vanderbilt. Grambling 5-3, Vanderbilt 5-4. I mean, Queens University 7-2. High Point's 8-1. High Point is not lost at home. Then we got 2-6 McNeese State taking on 3-5 Northern Iowa. Then we have Lipscomb 6-2 taking on 2-5 Alabama A&M in Normal, Alabama. Then we have Washington, the Huskies 7-2 taking on number 18 Gonzaga. They're 6-3 on the. All right. Then we have Chapman University taking on Utah Tech in St. George, Utah tonight. Then we have Arkansas State taking on Air Force. Arkansas State is 5-4. Air Force is 6-4. So. All right, let's see about the ladies' side right now. Let's see what, you know. Well, I mean, for me, I don't know. All right. We're going to Division 1 here. All right, we have Wright State, Marshall, Manhattan, George Washington, Spring Hill, Southern, Valparaiso, Western Illinois. We have Georgetown, Fairleigh Dickinson. We have Binghamton, St. Bonaventure, Trinity Baptist, North Florida. And we have Cincinnati, Xavier, the Battle of Ohio. Both teams are in Cincinnati, to be exact. So in the same, in-state rival, I guess you would say. And we have Missouri State versus TCU. We had Georgia Southern, the ladies of Georgia Southern defeating the ladies of Chicago State. They are 0-11 0-6. They have yet to get a victory on the season. We had the Seton Hall, the Lady Pirates, winning today 78-40 over Ryder. And we have the Ladies of Missouri, the Lady Tigers of Missouri winning 83-36, taking their record to 10-1, 6-0 at home. So, like I said, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, not too many games. Obviously, more games. Obviously, tomorrow. Obviously, for college basketball for the ladies, and also for the men's team. So it's impeccable. So let's run down the NHL here, and then we'll get to the making of the parlay here. We'll tell you our first bet that we made. We're gonna make another one. Uh, so we have the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Buffalo Sabres. We have the Calgary Flames taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have the New York Islanders and the New Jersey Devils. We have the Seattle Kraken and the Washington Capitals, the Winnipeg Jets and the Chicago Blackhawks, the New York Rangers and the Colorado Avalanche. We have the Minnesota Wild and the Edmonton Oilers. We have the Boston Bruins and the Arizona Coyotes. We have the San Jose Sharks taking on the Anaheim Ducks. And we have the Flyers taking on the Golden Knights. So that pretty much sums up your day of sports. Now we'll get to fantasy when we can, but now we're really gonna jump into all right. Well, before we jump into anything here, we're gonna give our first parlay. We just did we strictly stuck to college. We got the FCS playoffs today in college football here, and we have the college basketball here. Now, now we're gonna. All right, so we got Samford taking on North Dakota State. So, you know, for those of you, that don't really know these are the FCS schools here. Obviously, most people know where North Dakota State because of the simple fact of where that was where Trey Lance went to school here. So, all right. Oh yeah, we got to do FCS here. I forgot about that. All right, we got the 11-1 Samford, the Dogs here taking on the 10-2 North Dakota State here. This will be at Gate City Bank Field at Fargo Dome in Fargo, North Dakota. All right, should be an interesting battle there here. Samford played interesting last week, so did North Dakota State. We got 11-1 William and Mary taking on 11-1 Montana State in Bobcat Stadium in Bozeman, Montana. It's going to be probably a snowy game, 19 degrees, so probably some showers, some sleet. Obviously, maybe it turns into snow. You're going to have a snow game on your hand here. I know. We know William and Mary, they're from Virginia, so they're kind of used to it, but it's a different type of snow out there in Montana. And then we have the Incarnate Word, 11-1, taking on 12-0 Sacramento State at Hornet Stadium in Sacramento tonight. It is going to be 50 degrees, and it's supposed to rain up there tonight. So we're going to have a little bit of wet football in this game. We're going to have a snowy football, and then we're going to have an indoor game here at 4 o'clock here when it comes to the Samford and North Dakota State here. And then tomorrow, early in the morning, we got undefeated 12-0 Holy Cross taking on South Dakota State 11-1 at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium here in Brookings, South Dakota here. It's going to be a whopping 18 degrees, so it's going to be a cold, cold, cold game. So bundle up if you're going out to that game tomorrow. But yeah, let's give everybody our first rundown. We took Lipscomb on the money line minus 500. We're taking Central Connecticut State to get their first win tonight on the money line plus 110. We're taking High Point on the money line minus 210. We're taking Grambling. We're taking a risk. Grambling on the road at Vanderbilt. Vandy is a good basketball school. Grambling has played really well basketball as well this year. So I'm taking the risk, risking it. Scared money don't make money. Like mama, and like the old saying says, scared money don't make any money. I'm taking Bryant on the money line minus 900. I'm taking William and Mary tonight to take the dub and ultimately win on the road in Montana, in the cold, in the snow. Give me the William and Mary tribe. I'm taking Sanford plus 19 on the spread tonight in North Dakota State. And I'm going to take the upset in the other game. I'm taking Incarnate Word on the money line. I've been big on Sac State, and I might even take another bet on Sac State tonight here, just for the simple fact I love this game. Two FCS schools I love to pick this year. It's come down to it. Montana State was another team I bet the same thing with William and Mary. That was another team I bet on as well. And so with that being in mind, if we can complete that here, we bet $1, it will come out to be $768.32. Then we had another bet earlier here where we had Netherlands on the money line to win. There was an L because basically when you bet soccer, you have to bet that they win in regulation, not so. So the Netherlands that screwed the parlay. We took the Chicago Blackhawks on the money line plus 111. We took the New York Islanders on the money line plus 169. The Columbia Lions money line minus 103. And the Binghamton Bearcats money line plus 597. But we know that's not going to cash for us because the Netherlands already crushed it. So we're gonna have to make another bet here. We're gonna have to, you know, put it down, as they say. So let's get it done right about now. All right. There we go. So that way I'll be able to see it. I'll be able to see it as well as I'll be able to see it. And that way I'll be able to make sure that I'm not neglecting chat in here. Okay, let's go see if we can I want to see if they got the on here, if they got the FCS schools on here. No, they do not have the FCS schools on here. That is, I kind of wish they did. All right. So that being said, here, let's look at the NBA. We got a full trek of NBA here tonight. All right, we have the Orlando Magic versus the Toronto Raptors. We got 222 here. Like I said, the over-unders have not been so kind to me here. I'd say in certain aspects here. But tonight I think I'm gonna go over 222 with this Raptors and Magic game. I really do like them here today. Um the Hornets, I don't know, man. The Hornets are a strange team. When they play at home, I'm gonna take the Hornets on the money line. I'm gonna take the Hornets on the money line. I really And then we have the Wizards and we have the Pacers. Um, I really don't much like. I think both teams can put up the points here tonight. And I think I'm gonna take the under 234 here. I mean, I just and give me the Hawks here tonight. Give me the Hawks on the road here. I know they kind of fell flat on their face against Brooklyn here. I mean, not against Brooklyn, against New York. But maybe, just maybe tonight they can come out and play a little bit better basketball and at least keep it a game and hang around enough to be able to. But if they play as horrible as they did in New York, forget about it. KD and company are going to be blowing them out here. Um, we got Lakers and 76ers. Um, I was a little disappointed in the Lakers. They kind of let me down. LeBron and company, they're still there, and I think I loved as much as I would love to take the Lakers here. I have to take the 76ers at home tonight here, and Kings and Cavs. I would love to take the Kings tonight, but I think the Cavs definitely. I take them on the money line here. Um, I'm gonna stay away from the Pistons and Grizzlies. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Mavs tonight on the money line here. Mavs on the money line here tonight. And I'm gonna go T Wolves here. I'm gonna leave out the Pistons, the Grizzlies. I'm gonna leave out the Suns and the Pelicans. And also gonna yeah, yeah. So we're gonna make that bet here. We're gonna make this the first bet here. We're gonna make this the first bet here. I'll accept the change here. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm gonna stick to what I know the best here. All right. So let's write it down here. All right. Yeah, parlay number 2, 12. All right. So we got the over 200 222 points and a half in this Raptors and Magic game here, minus 110. All right. Then I got the Hornets here. Hornets money line here, plus 135. Then I took the under 234. 234 points in this Wizards and Pacers. All right. I'm going with the Hawks tonight on the money line here. Going Hawks money line here. That's plus 220 226. I'm taking the 76ers. 76ers money line here. And that is minus 192 right now. And then I got the Cavs money line tonight here. And that's minus 153. And I'm taking the Mavericks here. Pretty little Ricky and the Mavericks here. Taking them money line minus 102 here. So you bet $1 here. And if all the bets cover their end of the deal here, our dollar will turn into $281.94. Oh no, actually, correction. Let's make we got to make a correction here. So we're gonna make a correction. Our $1 will turn into $279.90 here. So that is basically this is basically NBA by itself here. All right, we got ourselves that. So let's continue down that notion here. Let's go to college now. We're gonna go to college here, and we're gonna lump together here. All right. All right. We didn't. So we'll take Columbia, the Lions here. And Fordham and Binghamton here. Maybe because I didn't take them on the other line here. Maybe I take Binghamton plus 13. Or let's take the over here. We'll take the over in that Binghamton game here. Central Connecticut here. I think we took them on our first bet here. So do we double down on that game, or do we just say, you know what, we think it goes over 130 here, or stays under 130 here? 154. Woo! I'm telling you. I think there's gonna be a lot of points in this game here. I'll take the under in that, under 154. We'll take the over there. And McNeese State versus Northern Iowa here. I mean, I think we take McNeese plus 16. Not a bad one. Not a bad one there. I mean, and let's take Arkansas State here. We're gonna take Arkansas State on the money line here. We'll take Arkansas State on the money line here. We'll throw Gonzaga in there. We'll throw Gonzaga in there. So that's 7 here. So let's see. Let's see if there's any. Is there any women's games? Okay. Let's see. Um. Hold on a second here. Let me look at this. These ladies. All right. Sorry about this. I'm gonna have to want to kind of check the record, so that way I can be like, okay, let me see here. Because I won two last night, so if I could just find the ladies games that I know that. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta do that too. Okay, so maybe we take Western. We'll take the Western Illinois Leathernecks. Yeah, maybe we just take one here. Maybe we could just take one. I guess. I mean, it wouldn't be. I mean, the Binghamton girls. I mean, they're 7-4. I guess the Lady Bonnies here, or the Fairland Dickinson. I mean, they're 7-2. I mean, so we'll do that here. All right, so this will be the second one here. All right. All right, this will be the. Well, technically, this will be our third one here on this one here. All right. We got the Columbia money line plus 100. And then we got the over 136 and a half here in the Bingham Binghamton Fordham minus 110 here. Then I have the under 154 and a half in Queens and High Point here. I know High Point scores a lot of points here, so is the other team here. So we're we're putting a lot of faith. We're putting a lot of faith in teams that don't score a lot. Same thing with Dartmouth and Then we got the McNeasy. McNeasy State plus 16 on the spread here. Minus 110. And then we got Arkansas. Arkansas State money line here is plus 208. There's Gonzaga. The Gonzaga money line here is plus 1,028 here. And then for the women's side here, we got the Lady Leather Necks here on the money line here. That's 109. And then we got the Fairleigh Dickinson here. Money line here. Plus 117 here. We put $1. We put $1 in there. We always got it. We always got to have a. We always got to have a crazy. We always have a crazy parlay. Yeah, 396.09 here. So we always got. We always have to put a crazy parlay out there. We always. I mean that's what we do. You know. We always usually put a crazy parlay out there, and yeah. Let's see. What are we gonna? What will we say we could put as far as the crazy parlay here? Um, let's take. We'll take the Binghamton girls. We'll take Binghamton girls team here. And Bryant's winning already, so that's good here. All right. We'll take Binghamton. We'll take both Binghamtons. We'll take Binghamton girls. We'll take Binghamton guys. We will also throw in the Grambling State team in there as well. Now, see if I just do those three right there. If I do the Binghamton girls team, Binghamton guys, we just do that here. I mean, man, I just wished. Who are the Kings? Kings game just got, and I don't think I really want to take the Pistons. That's really. That'd be really a really crazy one there. I'm just surprised that we don't have the college football out there. They don't. Yeah, they don't really have the. Alright. What happened there? Lines change or something? I mean, yeah, you know what? That's gonna be my crazy bet here today. What is? Alright. Alright, so here's our, you know, final bet here. Let's see. We'll just call it the final parlay of the night. We took the ladies, of Binghamton on the money line here, plus 108. And then we got the men's Binghamton here, money line, plus 597 right now. Holy shit. We're really taking gambles. I mean, never taking Grambling here. Taking the Grambling. Taking the Grambling State Tigers here. Money line. That's plus 651. Yeah. We bet $1. And we'll cash out at $105. $105.26 if the Lady Binghamton team wins and the male team wins and the male Grambling State Tigers win. So, all right. So that is the sports for today. Tomorrow we'll be back probably a little bit earlier. Get some action here, and we'll talk about some other things. We'll get down into fantasy. We'll get deep down. I mean, obviously, Army Navy. I'm hoping Army Navy is going to be a great game. Hoping the Army's going to win. I'm wearing my Army shirt, so before we leave, we'll say go Army, beat Navy, hopefully. But if not, hopefully it's a respectful game. Hopefully nobody gets disrespectful, and hopefully nothing bad happens at the game. God forbid. But this is Friday night. We're gonna sign off now. So hopefully, everybody will have a blessed, wonderful weekend. We're gonna continue to bring more content, talk sports, and obviously talk our shit like we always do. But yeah, we'll see if we can cash some damn money, and hopefully bring home the bag, baby. That's all we want to do. We want to bring home the bag. Bring home the bacon. Bring home the bacon. Bring home the bag. So until next time, till tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, love yourselves, be better, not bitter, and obviously love more than you hate.